What would you say was the main influencer of your childhood in being a parent?
I think, I'm sure there were many, but one of them would be like, mommy's the queen of questions.
Oh, yeah.
Right? She's going to interview you. And so her doing that, and one of the things that sticks out for me was very early in life, she bought us both journals. And she would say things to us like, what do you think it will take to fix the world? And expect us to have an answer. Go to your room and journal about what it will take to fix the world. And so because she asked it and was serious, I thought we must have the answer. Right? So then I'm in my room in 4th grade talking about like what we need to do. And I think that gave us both a sense of confidence that like we have some answers or that we can lead. And so trying to like ask my children questions and believe they have answers.
Wow. And they have risen to it.
Oh, they're amazing.
Yeah, no,
they're amazing.
They're great. There's one daughter at NYU.
Yes.
And the son who is the president of every middle school, high school, and primary school in the universe.
Leaders are made. And they were intentional. Interestingly, you know, a lot of women, maybe men do it, I don't think so much, but women often come up with lists of qualities they want in a partner.
Yes.
And when
men do it.
Okay.
Men do it. They don't write it down.
They don't write it down.
But they got a checklist.
They got a list.
They got, and regrettably, most of them are physical.
Right.
But every man got a list of what it is that they want on their checklist.
So when mommy shared with me her list, I was startled because one of the things on her list was she wanted to be with a leader.
I never knew that.
Yeah. Isn't that interesting?
How did you get that information?
Just got to be in the right place. Ask the right questions.
Wow.
Right? So she was in undergrad. He was in seminary, but was an activist on campus.
Yeah.
And although he spotted her first, but that was important to her, like to not be with a follower.
Wow.
Yeah. And so now here you are, the head of this global ministry, and I'm the past president of APA. So leaders make leaders.
And you said leaders are made, not born.
Yeah.
And here is the psychosis of the Black church. A lot of Black churches are on a downward spiral because they force people into leadership because they were born into a certain last name.
100%.
And I want you to talk about the danger of inherited leadership and not earned leadership.
Yes. Yeah. Because what happens is you never get to discover what your giftings are, right? When you are told early, oh, you're going to be this, you're going to be that, you never have permission to discover like what actually, so Howard Thurman, the Black theologian, says, do the thing that makes your heart come alive, because far too few of us are actually alive.
Yes.
And the thing that awakened your parent may not be the thing that awakens you. And also, to be honest, you might not be good at it.
Wow.
Right?
Or called to it.
Yes. Yeah. And to know that's not a punishment from God. God has something for you. So you keep hanging at your parents' door, you never discover your own door. So that's one of the things I appreciated with our parents is, you know, even though now all 4 of us are in ministry, there was never any pressure for me to
both of them didn't want me to start a church. Right. Both of them.
Right.
Like, let's pray over this.
Right. Are you sure?
Yeah.
Yeah, which is good.
Yeah.
To be, especially because you did your trial sermon early.
Right.
Like 18?
Yeah.
So, but to be able to have, even when you had your experience going to South Africa, it's like just go and have some life experiences. The NAACP, it informs you and also not only equips you for the calling, but clarifying what is the calling.
Yeah. I had a couple of weeks ago a guest on this show. He has a podcast called Dear Future Wife. Our parents have mentored, coached, counseled, I'm going to make up a word, therapized many couples across the globe.
Yeah.
And their only 2 children are divorced.
100%.
Their only 2 children are divorced. And they've been married how many years?
57. Because you're 52.
So 54 years.
54.
Yeah, you're 50.
Yes.
Yeah, so they've
Yes.
been married for 54 years. I'll never forget, we came home. At that point, both of us were at Duke. I was in seminary, you were in undergrad. And we were out to lunch with Mom, and Mom said, Jamal, Thema, make sure you don't fall in love with a taker because you are a giver.
Yes.
And a giver has no boundaries. And you'll give up everything and be left with nothing. Do you remember that?
I do.
Yes.
Very well.
Okay. So I'm going to do something we've never done,
Okay.
the two of us. This is our own, Lateris, I'm giving you a shout out. We're doing our own as we are the only siblings to each other. So I'm going to do Dear Future Husband of Thema.
Oh. Wait, sit you by. Okay. All right.
Yes. I'm going to do Dear Future Husband to Thema on what it is as her brother
Yes.
I would expect and what it is that I would want
Okay.
and hope to see. If you want, you can do the same thing. I don't want you to feel any pressure.
I'll do it.
You do
I
it.
feel
Okay.
inspired.
Yeah, let's do it. We've never done this before. Yes. So any person who is going to marry my sister has got to be, one, absolutely brilliant because we have low tolerance for somebody who is not a thinker.
100%.
100%.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm hitting one for
You're
one.
good. You're good. Thank you.
Two, you will have to be a creative.
Yes.
Because my sister is a writer, is a poet, is a dancer, is a preacher, is a lecturer. If you don't embrace the arts,
Yeah.
it ain't going to work.
It's not going to work.
Yes. Three,
You 2 for 2?
yes. Three, you have to learn how to play football because you have to be a quarterback and a cheerleader. If you cannot throw to her and don't know how to cheer for her, it ain't going to work. It's got to be somebody who can applause when it is that she is making downs, but also have to have some strategy. Whoever is with my sister has to put her in a position that she don't have to think for everybody on the team. Somebody else can think, somebody else can strategize.
I like it. 3
Yes.
for 3.
3 for 3. I got one more. I'm out of here.
All right.
You have to have a financial plan. You have to have a financial plan.
Y'all feel the intensity of that?
You have to have a financial plan that is legacy of mine. Now, any man that's going to be with my sister, let me say to you, you are absolutely blessed because she's not in the clothes. She's not in the shoes. You ain't got to buy no Gucci bag. She going to always present herself pristine, but material things is not on the
Not in
bucket
it.
list.
Yeah.
But you're going to have to be forward thinking because my sister's making money. She's never going to say it, but she is doing very well. So whoever is coming has got to have a bank slip and not a withdrawal slip. Is that
I
fair?
like it.
Okay.
Yeah. 4 for 4.
4 for 4.
All right. I like it. Are you ready?
No.
Well,
I'm not ready, but go ahead. Wait, I'm not ready. Okay, go Okay, go ahead.
First, future wife,
Yes.
you have to love the man Jamal,
Yes.
not the prophet, minister, pastor,
Yes.
because it is your love of Jamal the person which will make it a joy, a delight, even when you are, and especially when you're not on,
Yes.
because it's a different person.
It's a completely different person.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. We 1 for 1.
We 1 for 1.
Love the person.
Okay.
Number 2, the wife of Jamal has to love people.
Period.
You can't consider yourself in competition with the church or the community or the African diaspora. Right? This is what he's called for.
Yes.
And so if it will annoy you, irritate you, seem as a slight or an offense to you that he's going to a community meeting,
Yes.
then you're going to be bothered.
Yes.
And so in order to make it work, love people. If you don't love people, opt out. Don't do it.
Man, I'm thumbnailing this right on my IG page. Go ahead, number 3.
All right.
Let's go. I feel all right. So
Yes.
far.
Number 3,
Yes.
your wife has to be a woman with discernment as it relates to other people. because it's a lot of people in your orbit,
Yes.
and they have to be discerning in order to not stress themselves out. Some stuff is not.
Well, that was so
That was
well
good.
spoken.
Thank you.
That was great.
Okay.
You got to put that in the next book. Go ahead. Let's go to number 4.
Okay. Number 4, you have to have a major prayer life.
Yes. That may be number 1.
It is.
Yeah.
And you didn't put that on my list. Y'all see?
No, I started with spiritual first. Yeah,
think
run the
so.
tape back. Y'all run the tape back. Rewind it on YouTube right now. Go back to number 1. Yes. What was my number 1?
It wasn't God.
Yes. No.
That's all right. You put it in now. Put it
Okay.
in now.
It's an asterisk.
It was an understood.
Yes.
We already
First.
knew.
What's understood don't have to be explained. Go ahead. Go
Okay,
ahead.
so
That
for
prayer
yours,
life.
we need that prayer life
Yes.
because they'll have discernment.
Yes.
And then I'm going to give you your, can I give 2? How am we doing with time?
This is
Okay.
you. It's
All
you.
right. Number, whatever number we're on, 4, you have to be supremely confident and secure within yourself, because insecurity with a public-facing person will devastate you and devastate the relationship. But when you're clear about who you are, you're not easily moved. I was telling you, you don't need me to say more.
I don't know where you're going.
What?
So who? What?
I told you. I told you last night
Yes.
that all of my life I have dealt with getting messages from people who have crushes on you. It's just a reality.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
So I say that because you drink your water.
Yes.
If you're going to be the wife, you can't be moved by them.
Yes.
They just have to keep their eyes on you and on God.
Yes.
Okay? The crushes are you. It's not. That comes with it.
Yeah.
That comes. Okay. You breathe it.
I'm okay.
Okay. Confident. So just be confident. Because here's the thing that you can, that whoever you are, that you can rest in.
Yes.
You could remain single the rest of your life and people not judge that. Like early on, there was this idea of like, oh, you can't be a pastor if you're single. You're single. You're pastoring this amazing church. If you wanted to remain single, you could do that. So if you choose to marry again, like that's a choice you're making to sign up for that. So then that person can be confident in that, right? Like he didn't have to do this.
No, he didn't have
He didn't have to do it.
He
So,
didn't have
and my last one for fun,
to. Yeah.
my last one for fun
Yes.
is you got to be fly.
Yes. You
Because
gotta add that in there.
I know it's necessary.
It's necessary.
If you got a prayer life and confidence, but no shimmy
you
shim,
gotta have some judge.
it's yeah.
Oh,
So
absolutely.
you know,
You did good.
I did good.
All of thank you. Is any of this in the next book that's coming out?
Thank you very much. It is.
All
It is.
right, okay.
In June, the workbook is coming out, Reclaim Yourself.
Yes.
And it is a workbook on how you come home to the truth of who you are.
Wow.
And that's
Is this the next level of
it's the
homecoming?
next level homecoming.
Okay.
So homecoming was 2022,
Yes.
and you all sponsored me with a wonderful book reading.
Yes.
In June, I will be back last week of June for
Yes.
the mental health workshop.
Mental Health Crusade.
Mental health crusade.
Are we the first church in the country to do 3 days
Yes.
of wholeness of mental health? The last Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday of June. You got to be at New.
Come.
It's gonna be amazing.
It's going to be amazing.
Yes.
And you have given me free license.
Yes.
He's like, if it's a workshop exercise or if we're going to slay them in the spirit,
Mm.
whatever we're going to do it.
I'm there. I'm y'all
I'm
around
excited.
the week.
Thank you. And I will have Reclaim Yourself, but pre-orders are available now. Reclaim Yourself.
Yes. I have done this for nobody. I have been on for weeks, but you're my sister, so I have to do it. You also have a podcast.
Thank you very much.
Now,
My-
this may be edited, but
Oh, as I'm saying, thank you.
no, I'm
No, put this in the reel, the feed.
Yes.
And look, and that. Oh, okay. So that's another one for your wife. They have to have a sense of humor because you joke all the time.
All the time.
Okay, so you just got to try not to be too sensitive.
Yes, thank you.
Okay. Yes, my podcast is the Homecoming Podcast. It's on YouTube, Spotify, SoundCloud, iTunes.
You heard it here. You will not hear me push any other podcast.